left eye of Gatti. That happened in round 2.
That point really hurts Hutchinson because he was having a good round here. As it's going now, it's going to wind up being an even round because he's winning this round, Hutchinson. But he could have won the round.
Gatti not doing much of anything here in round 8.
This is not what Gatti expected when he came home to Montreal with 20,000 people to fight Joe Hutchinson.
Hutchinson smothering most of those punches and blocking them.
He needs to punch inside. And not just survive, not just play good defense or good losing.
Remember the story here in round 8, a pretty good round for Joe Hutchinson, but a point deducted for a low blow. So even if you gave him the round, it's even. Well, Arturo Gatti, Joe Hutchinson underway round 9. In round 8, Hutchinson threw 14 more punches and landed 2 more than Gatti. But Hutchinson probably did not win the round because sure he didn't win the round. The question is whether he lost the round.
One thing I do
point deducted for a low blow.
That's very sharp and astute on the side of Hutchinson is every time at the beginning of the round, Hutchinson comes out immediately and scores something to the head of Gatti, knocking the coagulant right off the cut of Gatti, where the cut can start bleeding again. In other words, Hutchinson does not allow the medicine that's put into those cuts in the corner, in between rounds, to stay in there for 30, 40, 50 seconds to start working. He knocks them right out. But he's got to continue doing that to win the round. In other words, if he wants to do more than just make Gatti bleed, he's got to be consistent with moving those hands.
Gatti scorecard through 8 rounds, 76-74 Gatti. That was 75-74 Gatti. Each man has had a point deducted for a low blow. Hutchinson was down in the 6th, albeit not from a shot that landed to the head. Punch that maybe landed to the chest and he went down. It was ruled a knockdown. Good shot there by Gatti.
Hutchinson was throwing an uppercut from a little too far away. That left hook was able to get in.
Hutchinson steps back in with a combination.
Uppercuts are good punches with Gatti if you don't throw them from too far away. Going from too far away, that left hook of Gatti's has a gap to get in there.
Gatti's left eye a mess from round 2. And again, it was ruled from a punch, although our replays may show otherwise. And we firmly believe, at least I believe, and Teddy believes, that the only reason they let this fight go on was because the referee ruled it from a punch.
Hutchinson should be stepping it up here. Not just hanging in there. Not just surviving. Step it up. Because he's seen the worst of it already. He's got a man who's really killed himself to make weight. But guys, if anything, there's going to be less left in Gatti late in the fight. So take advantage of that.
Hutchinson hasn't done a lot in this round. And he's allowed himself to get tied up. 10th and final round still to come. Hutchinson still standing in front of Gatti. Arturo Gatti here in round 2. Late stages of round 2. Watch the heads come together. And you see Gatti grabbing that left eye. It was ruled, though, a punch that caused the cut by referee Michael Griffin. They went to the corner for the doctor to look at it, and the doctor allowed Lou Duva to work on the cut, which, Teddy, as far as I know, you're not allowed to do that, to have the guy work on the cut when the doctor's looking at it.
No, you're not. Most places, you're definitely not. Can't blame Lou Duva. He felt that he could get away with it. He's doing anything he can as a great cornerman to help his fighter. He can get away with it. He figures, hey, why not? Because Lou Duva and Duva Boxing has a show next week. Lou was telling us September 15th at JFK High School in Patterson. Back to the roots. Duva Boxing. Gaddy real wide again there, Bob, but not paying a price. You wonder if Hutchinson is content right now to do what most people didn't think he would do. And that's not win. That's go the 10 rounds. Now you see how they're tying up and tight. Now normally you say, hey, that's the right strategy from Mr. Hutchinson, the smaller guy. Got to tie him up. Right now, he needs to punch inside. He's got a guy that's wide with his punches, a guy who's winning the fight probably on our scorecards anyway. Hutchinson needs to do more than just be strategically sound. He needs to punch inside and try to win.
Gaddy kind of just flailing away, trying for the big finish. And holding the ropes. Referee Michael Griffin's shirt, blood stained, looks like a butcher. All of it's Gaddy's blood. And again, Hutchinson allowing the tie-up.
Well, win or lose, Hutchinson will, I think, probably wind up with another big fight after this. For stepping up in opposition and making a good account of himself.
Well, he's opening up a bit here. Last 40 seconds. Why not? By his own admission, he said he wasn't going to win a decision here in Montreal against Gaddy.
You know, he had Gaddy in trouble there a little bit. Losing all that weight, Bob, don't underestimate how damaging that can be. That could be as damaging as punches.
Gaddy just holding on. Can be saved by the bell in the final round.
Hutchinson, even though he's going to help his career here tonight by going the distance with Gaddy, he's going to feel, I think after this, that he could have done more and maybe even won the fight. Maybe kick himself a little.
Well, a questionable low blow against Hutchinson and a questionable knockdown could be huge factors. Gaddy's left eye a mess. Fans here in Montreal enjoyed it. We'll be back with the judges' cards when we return after this timeout. The highlight. And in part by Lowe's, 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. What a night here in Montreal. Willette Hilton will let a unanimous decision win. Gaddy Hutchinson go 10. Here are the total punch numbers. Gaddy landed 175 power shots. Teddy Atlas's scorecard is as follows. 95-93 for Gaddy. I had it 94-93 Gaddy. For the judges' card, here's our ring announcer, Christian Gauthier.
A good round of applause for these two warriors. Bonne belle applaudissement, mesdames et messieurs, pour ces deux guerriers. Voici maintenant la décision des juges. Here is the judge's decision. Le juge Villégaré remet une carte de pointage de 98-93. Judge Villégaré scores this bout 98-93. Le juge de Carufel, 99-92. Judge de Carufel scores it 99-92. Et le juge Leblanc, 192. Judge Leblanc scores it 100-92 for the winner by unanimous decision. Le gagnant par décision unanime, Arturo Honda.
Now, no surprise Gaddy won a decision, surprised by the scores. And remember, that cut on the left eye, they let it go when it was ruled it was from a punch and not a clash of heads.
KOs have been